And we begin this Sunday morning with two very different applications of the law. News this morning of a possible indictment of former President Donald Trump by progressive Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg over claims of so-called hush money payments made 7 years ago in 2016. On the Truth social media app this weekend, President Trump indicating he will be arrested this Tuesday. This happening just days after blockbuster new details of suspicious bank transactions involving the Biden family and Communist China. On Thursday, House Oversight Committee Chairman Kentucky Congressman James Comer revealed that in March of 2017, a firm affiliated with CEFC China Energy transferred $3 million to an entity associated with the Biden family partner, Rob Walker. Then, in the following 3 months, more than $1 million of that money was distributed to members of the Biden family in small increments, including to Hunter Biden, the president's brother, James Biden, and his daughter-in-law, Hallie Biden, all receiving payouts. Questions are also arising this morning over the identity of one account labeled simply Biden, which received a total of $70,000 in 4 installments during that time. In a statement to Fox News, a spokesperson for Hunter Biden's legal team played it all down, saying in part the accounts so dramatically listed by Representative Comer belonged to Hunter, to his uncle, and to Hallie, nobody else. For more on this investigation into the Biden family's business dealings and to the expected Trump indictment this week is the House Oversight Committee Chairman, Congressman James Comer. Congressman, thanks very much for being here this morning.
Good morning.
Do you have any comment about Trump potentially being indicted on Tuesday?
Well, it's very odd that this would come out just the very next day after I revealed bank records, which showed that the Biden family, the president in particular, hasn't been truthful with respect to his family receiving payments directly from the Chinese Communist Party. So it almost looks like it's an effort to detract. But at the very least, it's another example of two-tier system of justice. Look, we've been looking into these classified documents. We saw the FBI raided Mar-a-Lago for one set of supposedly mishandled classified documents, but yet Joe Biden's had at least 5 different locations of mishandled classified documents, and they give him days and days to go in and clean up with his attorneys. So this looks to me like it's another example of a two-tier system of justice at the DOJ.
So, Congressman, let's go through some of those bank records. This is really the first batch of bank records you were able to get because they've been stonewalling you. Are there more?
There are many more, Maria. This is one deal. We think there are as many as 11 more deals. Now, we don't know what those deals are. What the Bidens, in the beginning, the White House denied having any knowledge or the fact that their family was involved in any sort of way, shape, or form with the CCP, but now we have bank records that reveal otherwise. We don't know what the Bidens did in return for this money. The lawyer said that it was seed capital for a business. We haven't been able to find a business, Maria. We're going to have an opportunity to ask people about that were closely aligned with the Biden family. We've talked to them privately. I'm not going to reveal what they say privately, but very soon they'll either be talking to everyone in the form of a deposition or even better in a committee hearing. But right now it looks like the Biden family just pocketed this money. This is one deal. We have 11 more to go, and I'm pretty confident we'll be getting more bank records in very soon.
All right, so $1 million distributed to the Bidens on one deal, and you say there are 11 others. Let's talk about what possibly the CCP could have been paying for. Do you have any indication, whether it be from the laptop, from your investigation, that gives us any information about what specifically China was paying the Biden family for?
Well, we know that when the president was vice president in the Obama administration, he made several trips to China. He brought his son and some of these associates with him. They met in different places with some of these people that the president claimed he never met with. So we know the president hasn't been truthful about his involvement when he was vice president. But from talking to former associates that were involved with Hunter Biden, what we know the Biden family had agreed to help China do was get their foot in the door on the American energy industry, not just purchase liquefied natural gas, but also purchase interest in drillers for natural gas, as well as try to do things like help China buy farmland. Remember, this is something that every American's outraged over. There's bipartisan support in Congress to try to block China from coming in and taking over various interests of our American economy. And now we learned that the Biden family was directly involved with helping China navigate the federal bureaucracy and the sanctions involved with the U.S. government. So this is very concerning, and this is why we're going to continue this investigation of Joe Biden. And remember, it's an investigation of Joe Biden.
That's right. Yes. And I've been saying that from day one, that it's an investigation of Joe Biden, not Hunter Biden, because they were paying for Joe Biden. I mean, they were paying for time or influence, whatever it is, from a sitting vice president. But there was something on the laptop that was also informative, where Hunter Biden is talking to a colleague, somebody who was representing the China partnership, right?
Yes, there was a message that Hunter was very frustrated with one of these business partners in China, that he had done every blanking thing they had ever asked of him. And of course, this would have been when Joe Biden was vice president. And he reminded them that they had never done anything in return for him. And then a few weeks later, this $3 million wire appears in the Robinson Walker account. And the very next day, they distributed money to Hunter Biden and then at least 2 other family members and possibly 3 family members. So there's evidence in the laptop that shows that Hunter Biden was communicating with them and had interactions and done things for them while his father was vice president. So this is very concerning. Again, the White House hasn't been truthful about this from day one. I don't think the White House ever dreamed we would get bank records. I've got bad news for the White House. This is just the beginning. We're going to get a lot more bank records, and they're going to have to continue to backpedal and come up with some type of reason why the Biden families received millions and millions of dollars from our adversaries.
Well, this is so incredibly dangerous, and I mean, it feels sinister. The Chinese Communist Party wants to overtake the #1 superpower, take America down, become the #1 superpower, and they've been coming at us at all ends, a surveillance balloon. We even have Chinese nationals coming into the wide-open southern border. The apprehension numbers are up 1,000% year over year. And yet you've got Joe Biden, doing these deals with China while he was vice president, and now real soft on China. There was no response to the surveillance balloon. There was no response to COVID-19 leaking from the lab. I don't even think he's ever raised it with Xi Jinping. How much do they have on Joe Biden?
Well, that's what we're going to find out. That's what this investigation is all about. It sure seems that Joe Biden makes strange decisions that oftentimes put America last and China first. And we want to know if he's compromised because of the millions and millions of dollars that his family has taken from China. And we're going to continue with this investigation. And I think over the last 2 weeks, we've already presented a lot of evidence as to why this investigation is of the utmost importance.
And when will you be putting out subpoenas?
Well, we've subpoenaed a bank. More to come, Maria. I think that the American people are going to see this is a very calculated, very credible investigation. We're taking steps. I've been transparent with the American people from day one. We're going to follow the money. We knew there was a money trail. We've spoken to enough people that were involved in these shady business schemes all around the world. Everything that we've subpoenaed thus far was accurate from what our whistleblowers were telling us, and we have a whole lot more information. Again, this is just the first deal, and we have many more to come.
Wow. All right, Mr. Chairman, we'll be watching for those additional 11 deals and whether there was money transferred. Thanks very much for your time and your work. House Oversight Committee Chairman Congressman James Comer. Thank you, sir.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.